Okay.
Hello, hello, hello.
Testing, testing.
Hey, welcome, welcome. Okie dokie. Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing, testing. Make sure everything's working. Hey, we're live. Woohoo.
Awesome.
Okay, so we made it. All right. So let's get on with the show. This is how good we are at this. Hi, I'm Sammy, and this is Sammitized. And we got Kim next to me tonight. We're going to actually have somebody with me for once. This will be interesting. So the whole idea is not to look at the computer screen. That's
Trying not to.
trying not to, but it's like,
It's like,
well, I have ADD, so it's like squirrel. But so I know I'm glad to do take the computer screen, just move it right there. But
yeah,
if it's right
probably.
there, you can't see me. So
That's true. Yeah.
yes, so that's not good either.
No.
So anyway, so let's see, get in the chat. Oh, chat screen open. Okay, so anyway, hope sound is good.
Sounds good here.
So basically yeah, sounds good here. Bet you it does. Okay, so basically, where this is the I guess we'll call it the well, I put called it the crap show, but I guess we'll call it the shit show.
Oh, no.
Yes, because we got some stories today. I got some really good ones. So things that happened, things that I learned, and things that I did is the best way of putting this. So basically, um, I don't talk about what I do for a living, but basically I'm on call. Okay, so just to say I'm on call. I help maintain a whole bunch of people and things and make sure things work. Okay, when nobody else can figure it out. So basically, something I'm my day off, but my job is always 24/7. So we basically got into the we had an emergency, and I got woken up out of the blue. And normally, when I wake up in the morning, normally it's like you got to get your coffee and typical man crap, like taking a crap, I guess.
Mm. Yeah, that's important.
Well, all that got put to the wayside this morning because it was like, oh, this is down and this isn't working. This isn't working. I'm like, okay, okay. Well, what are we gonna do next? So, long and short was I came in here and I had some Celsius drinks that not affiliated to, but we had these Celsius drinks and I drank one and decided to get charged up so I could help the person our because my peers get this stuff working again. And so I drank that and I got on the phone and I had to call support, and the support line was one of those where you have to call, it's on a Saturday, so you have to call in. Well, while you're calling in, um basically, um you call in, you leave your, it's like a voicemail. You just leave a phone message and then that's
Mm-hmm.
it. And then when they, you don't know when they're going to call you back. You don't
Right.
know how they're going to call you back. They just know that they're going to call you back.
Mm-hmm.
So the first guy called me back and it took him like an hour. So I decided to call back again. When the guy was trying to call in, the phone line he was calling in was broken.
Oh, geez.
So he couldn't call in, which was a whole nother problem that wasn't my problem at the time.
Yikes.
So I called in again, and this time I decided to be an idiot and play idiot. I'm
Mm-hmm.
good at that, by the way, playing idiot. So I played idiot, and I'm like, oh, I pressed the wrong button. I need this, but I hope you can help me. So the guy tries to help me, and he goes, I'll put you in the queue and I'll escalate your problem because I can't help you. Sorry, I
Oh,
can't help you because it's not his area.
right. Yeah.
So he's like, I'll get you in there right away. I'll expedite you to the front.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So he hangs up with me, and I'm like, okay, it's going to be another hour.
Yeah. I've never talked to a tech that said they could escalate and put me in front of anybody
Yeah.
in a queue.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So long and short of it is that so this was happening, and drank the Celsius. I'm sitting here for a second. I'm like, you know what? Now the man stuff starts to kick in.
Uh-oh.
So it's like, well, nobody's going to call me right away. So I'm going to go do some man stuff and go take a dump.
Yeah.
So we go to take the dump, and we'll just say the juices are flowing,
Okay.
and the phone rings
Of course.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, I have to answer the phone,
Right.
Because
You're expecting the call. Stuff's down.
These people
Yeah.
aren't going to these people aren't going to wait for me and then call me back later. No, they're going to call me in. And if I don't answer, then
Yeah.
the next guy that's down is going to be the
The
next
next guy in line. Yeah.
Next guy in line. So it's like I got to answer the phone. So I'm picking up the phone. I'm like, ma'am, sorry, it was a lady, which it makes it even worse. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm sorry if it sounds like an echo. It's my phone in my house. I have tile floors, whatever. I'm giving her all the excuses under the world.
Till she hears the toilet flush.
And she's like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. So she's talking to me and she's troubleshooting stuff, asking me questions, and I'm muting as I'm
doing things.
Still going.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like I can't stop going. I can't stop in the middle. You got to go when it's coming out.
It's time.
It's time. It's done.
Yep.
It's the answer to all ailments. That's what's going to happen.
Yes.
So long and short was that she's on the phone with me. I'm done, but now it's like I got another problem. Well, we have a bidet, we have a toilet paper, we have a flushing that needs to go on, but if I do any one of these three things, she's obviously going to know.
Yep.
So I'm just sitting on. So now I'm just sitting on the toilet because I don't know. I'm like, well, maybe she'll figure out the problem, and I just don't have to get off the toilet. So I'm just sitting there, and she's troubleshooting stuff, asking me questions, and I'm using my phone to get her the answers that she's looking for. And then she's like, oh, well, I need you to check this. I'm like, okay, but I got to get my computer just went down. I got to get it up. Can I mute you for a second? And she's like, oh yeah. So it's like I hit the mute button, put the phone down. It's like Flight of the Bumblebee.
Oh
Clean
my
up,
gosh.
wipe up, flush the toilet, run around the corner, get to the computer.
Oh my gosh.
So I can help her answer her questions. So long story short, so that's how I got out of it. So then at that point, I'm free and clear. She gets done with me. He's like, okay, we'll troubleshoot the rest of it, and we'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
So that's how I got out of it. But that was my beginning of my day.
Oh, it's going to be an interesting one if that's how it starts.
Yeah. So that's how it starts, basically.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, so I go and I get everything taken care of that I needed to get taken care of. Now I'm coming back home, and I get back here, and I'm messing with the. I got a new set of headphones today, and because the ones that you're using has a microphone on it,
right?
And for some reason, that microphone likes to turn on all by itself sometimes.
That's nice.
So if you start sounding like the guy off of our
the Speedway,
off the Speedway, Sunday.
Yeah. I know that the mic is
going to fly again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they hit the little button on your microphone and on your cord.
Okay.
Because it just likes to do that all by itself.
Awesome.
But anyway, I needed my own headphones anyway.
Yeah.
So I get the headphones and I come back here. I want to just hear what they sound like. So I click on something, and I think I was on TikTok, and that was when the second poop instance happened.
Oh no.
This was the learning about poop. I've learned more off of TikTok that I really don't want to know about than I've learned anywhere else. Have you ever heard
do that.
Have you ever heard of poop bagging?
No.
Well, poop bagging is when poop Poop bagging is when you basically are in a car and you can't go in a facility and you can't stop, like you're stopped in traffic or whatever. And basically, the way this guy explains his issue is that he was in the back of a Jeep and traffic stopped and he really had to go. And his buddy goes, well, just poop bag it. So he's like, what the hell's a poop bag? And he goes,
yeah.
Here. And he throws him a freaking Walmart bag.
Oh, no.
And so now he's in the back of a Jeep dropping deuce.
In a bag.
In a bag.
Yeah.
Now you got to imagine what that smells like.
I don't even want to picture it.
So then, and he talks elaborate about the smell and everything else.
I can imagine.
And
yeah,
so
because traffic's not moving, so air's standing still as well.
Yeah. So he throws the bag out of the Jeep.
Oh, great.
And the funny part was, at the same time that there is a state patrolman
that watches him
throw this white bag out.
Oh.
Now thinking that because the cop was like a couple cars behind him and seen him doing all this weird crap in the back seat because he was poop bagging.
Thinks he's doing something illegal.
Exactly. So he thinks that the cop knows this because the cop was trying to go around the people to go up
probably
to
help the accident scene or whatever. Yeah.
And so he sees this guy throw a white bag out of the thing, and so
that sparks his suspicion.
So now the cops come up, and the guy's too embarrassed to tell him, I just shit in the bag.
I pooped in that bag. I really don't want to pick it back up, officer.
I just dropped my deuce in the bag and threw it out the window because it stunk. So now he doesn't tell them. So now 2 other cops come up.
Oh, no.
Now he admits that he did something dirty. Well, the cop doesn't even talk to him. Now they're looking for the poop bag. And they find the poop bag like 20 minutes later. Slam the bag of turds on the front of his Charger, thinking that he just got the bust of the day. Grabs out the old Rambo knife and cuts the bag open.
And he's got this guy's poo-poo all over his...
Yeah, needless to say, the guy was a little upset and gave him $100 fine for littering.
Yeah,
but
I'm lucky. I mean, I'm thinking somebody creative could have called that public defecation or something.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm thinking lots of charges.
I was thinking he could have went to jail for that one.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so...
At least a stiffer fine.
Well, it depends on how hard it was.
Oh, yeah.
Stiffer or
right.
looser.
Yes. Mm.
Well, one watery at least. That would have been a bad one too.
If it's all over his hood, it couldn't have been very foreign.
True. Okay, so.
Bet you that's the police video that'll never come to light. And today on Dash Cam, oh no, not that video. Sorry.
Live and direct on One Police. We've had.
Oh, and look, they have a drug bust. Oh no, that's not drugs.
We've had Jeremy DeWitt, which is a shit show in himself.
Exactly.
Now we got a real shit show for you today, fellas.
There you go.
It's craptacular. Anyway, so that's where. So that's the second shit show of the day.
Yikes.
Okay, so and it just seems like this has followed me around all day long. Because then I have this issue where basically if you go out to eat or we eat somewhere, and you know this, you've been with me for like 30 years.
Yes.
That if we go out to eat, basically, I don't know why, but then my body's like, oh, you got new food. Now it's time to get rid
Let's get rid of the old stuff.
Food.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we go to this restaurant, which we're going to talk about later, which was a great restaurant, by the way.
Yeah, it was good.
That'll be the clean part of our story, the non-shitty side.
No kidding.
But basically, I go. So it's after dinner. We're sitting around for a minute while I was waiting for you to finish up, and that's when like, oh, the urge to purge comes. So I'm like,
Oh
well,
no.
and it's always like a roll of the dice, like, and I hate using the potty outside
Yep.
the house because number one, nobody's gonna have the little squirting thing.
Right.
I'm like
Nobody's got a bidet. It's not gonna
germaphobe.
happen. Yeah.
Exactly. And so, it's
Not like you'd want to use a public one, but
yeah, it's like a public one. I don't know. I don't know.
Don't think that would work out too well.
Yeah, I don't think that would be
no.
very good for us.
Mm-mm.
But so I go in. So you never know what you're going to get in the bathroom,
right?
So luckily the bathroom was clean. I gotta say they had some of the cleanest bathrooms, but it had a slight problem.
Uh-oh.
And the problem was the little piece that goes in the back that, normally you have a handle that flushes.
Yeah.
Or there'll be an eye on the wall. Or
right.
Eye on a
There's always a little button on top or on the side.
Yeah, there's always like a
usually.
Like I call it the poop override.
Yeah.
You press the poop override, it flushes the toilet.
Right.
And I think you have and I go by your saying, which I'll let you say it.
Yeah, I have a rule. Don't let it marinate.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not sitting on 1940s toilets, people, that need 3 gallons of water to flush it down. Your toilet maybe holds a gallon, maybe 2 at the most, and it doesn't use it all if you have a more current toilet. So get rid of it. Don't let that smell sit there and marinate. You're not cooking pot roast. Get rid of it.
I don't know. Some of it smell like bad pot roast, but
well, that's another subject.
So, being the well-trained husband I am,
he's trying not to let it marinate.
I'm trying not to. So I go and I reach around to the back where this eye is, and I feeling around, and there's no button.
Oh no!
Like, what am I missing here? So I look. So then I'm like, I don't want to really get off the toilet because I'm not done.
Right.
So I'm like,
so we have an unintentional marinade going on.
Because I'm not a small guy. So the cheeks sit on the toilet.
Yeah.
And that's good because then the stuff leaves and then you wipe, you clean.
Yeah.
Then
you flush a couple times.
And then you lift the butt up and everything's clean.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can't stop that process.
No.
Okay? Because the process is basically that you are it's simple, okay?
Yes.
You basically go potty, you wipe, you get done, you get off.
Yep.
If you skip a step there,
disaster strikes.
Disaster completely strikes,
yes.
And then you're in the bathroom a lot longer than you want to be.
Or intend to be, yeah.
Intend to be. Now you're lifting up, cheeks slapped together, whatever whatever leftovers is around.
Yeah.
It's like this isn't dinner. You don't take your leftovers home with you.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so it's like, and the feeling and all that. It's just,
it's not pleasant.
It's not Prairie Dog Day. It's not,
Yeah.
No.
Save it for the woods.
Exactly.
Which we're not in.
Exactly. So basically the poop fairies came, and he's still coming, and it's like. So now I'm reaching back and I'm like, well, I'll just let it go. It's not my house. I don't care.
Right.
I'm just going to finish. I don't want to have any leftovers. I don't want to have any extra cleanup. I'm just going to sit here and maybe if I lean, so I start leaning a little bit.
Thinking the eye is going to activate and flush the toilet?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Oh,
I scoot a little bit forward. Nope. It's like it's not a distance thing.
You're doing.
Then I'm taking my hand.
A toilet dance.
Then I'm doing what I call the wave. You go back here and you put it in front of the eye, and then you let go of the eye, and you let. And
you hope that picks up somebody sitting up.
It's like yep, it's not seeing it. Nope, it doesn't. The wave doesn't work.
Oh
I mean, everything I tried doesn't work.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm still going, and I don't know what happened from the time that. The lady in the morning talked to me on the pooper till then because I didn't really eat that much. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I just had a reserve tank I didn't know about.
Right.
But I was getting worried because I'm afraid like I'm going to fill the toilet all the way up. You know,
Oh,
it's like
jeez.
make Mount Vesuvius or something, and that's the last thing you want because now you're going to have something poking at you. But if you put your, or
I don't even want to visualize that.
that
ain't right.
And then you stick your hand down to wipe. You don't want to hit anything.
No,
either.
absolutely not.
You don't want to hit the water as it is, and you don't want to hit that. So
definitely not.
So it's like, it's like, what did I do now? So anyway, so I'm like, fine, I will risk it. So now I get up off the toilet, very ever so gently, put my hands on my cheeks, and start wiggling off and stand up. And
hoping that this thing's going to flush.
Hoping that this thing's going to flush. So I lean all the way forward up into the metal wall. And I'm like, I'm sitting like I'm
still no flushing.
Grown man holding his cheeks apart, wiggling to the side, walking to the side. I'm like line dancing here with my hands on my ass cheeks. It's like a really bad
praying for the toilet to flush.
Yeah, it's like a bad porn, like two cups of one girl.
No, I don't go into that. That ain't right. That ain't right.
But anyway, so I wiggle to the right, and I mean I'm all the way to the corner of the bathroom. Like this is a big
Were you
stall.
in the handicap stall?
Yeah. Well, there's only one stall. So
usually you can walk across the room in those.
Yeah, well, that's what I did. And I was up against the wall.
And it still wasn't flushing?
And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, it goes, kaboosh.
Finally.
Yeah, but now there's...
It was trying to pick up you'd left the room.
Yeah. So it's like, what? Does it just have a radar to tell you, oh, you're not in the room anymore, let's flush the toilet.
Right.
So you don't have to hear it flush? I don't know.
So now you got to waddle back in the same position and finish the business.
Exactly. So now I'm waddling back over and I sit back down, finish, wipe, whatever, clean, being nice and clean and all that. Won't flush again.
Of course not.
Now I'm standing up. I'm all dressed. Put my clothes, I put, pants back up, washed the hands, ready to leave. Yep. I even left the bathroom door stall and shut it, opened it and stood there. The thing went
thinking it's going to do its thing.
Now, there's still stuff, paper and whatever in the toilet.
Yeah.
But it won't go. It doesn't go. So I'm like, well, not my house.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
Somebody didn't set that eye up right, obviously.
So not to mention there was so much poop in there that when it flushed the first time, it made a racing stripe across the back. So
that ain't right.
Yeah, I was like, well, there was nothing there. There was not a brush. There wasn't a broom.
There was nothing to
There was nothing to clean it. I mean, I would clean it off the floor. I would clean it off the inside of the toilet.
No,
but there was no toilet. There was nothing to do there.
I get it.
That was almost. I mean, so I left. It's like, okay, well, I don't know what else to do.
Right.
Maybe the next guy, it will flush for him.
Yeah, when he walks in, right?
When he walked in, just like he did me. Maybe that's the trick.
That's what it is. You have to leave and come back.
Maybe if I left the bathroom completely, shut the door, let it hear it, shut the door, and then came back, maybe it would have been fine.
Yep.
But that was it.
Tell the hamster to run and flush the toilet.
You know what that reminds me of is a long time ago when you and I were in the McDonald's. You remember that old lady that when we were at the McDonald's on?
Oh yeah, in Sarasota.
Yeah, where she's holding her ass and it's
running by in the moo-moo.
Yeah.
And then the door scraped it. She didn't make it. She didn't make it, y'all. Badly.
You see her grabbing her ass and she's running by us like,
yes.
And she's in the moo-moo.
Yes.
And so we're like, oh, that's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. And then all of a sudden the smell came. Then all of a sudden the smell came in.
The smell slaps you in the face, and then you're like, it's not funny anymore. Let's go.
But the funniest part is that you and I are so alike in this way. It's like it's almost like a man thing, but not. It's like you just got to know what, like the end of the story.
Yes, I had to go and wash my hands and figure out what the hell happened in there.
So you go in the bathroom and what do you find?
The door was scraping it. There was such a pile on the floor that the door scraped it. So we're not talking like a little Chihuahua nugget. We're talking like a cow pie in the doorway. But it wasn't dropped by a cow.
It's like the cow patty.
And then there were a few smaller ones as you walked in. I almost didn't want to wash my hands.
I was like,
But I strategically dodged them and I washed my hands and then I came back and I think I whispered to you, that lady shit on the floor. I know. Someday we're going to be old and we're going to be those people. Wearing, well, you wouldn't wear a muumuu and neither would I, but, you know, wearing muumuus and shitting on floors in McDonald's.
I just thought it was awesome that it basically they that this woman couldn't, it's just like the strut and everything else, and I'm just thinking on the way out of the building, I'm just thinking. I was waiting for the next lady to walk in that's Russian and whoo!
Yeah,
slip
exactly.
Slip and slide in a turn.
And how about the people that have to clean that up?
Oh,
I mean,
man.
come on. Fast food workers don't get paid enough now.
Oh, man.
And now they have to clean up human feces?
Well,
Ugh.
now they get paid enough, but they didn't get paid enough back then.
But that's a whole other subject.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't, even if they paid me $15 an hour.
I don't think it's worth it.
Poop.
No.
Because by the time they
You'd have
find it, it's going to be
call
dry,
in like
crusty.
the people in the hazmat suit.
Ugh.
Yeah, that wouldn't work for me. That's really gross.
There we go.
Nah, no.
All right. So now that concludes our shit side of the story.
Yeah. So if you fast forwarded through all the gross stuff, I think we're done now.
So I will make sure that when we republish the video, that I will put at the beginning, if you don't want to hear anything about shit, then
just fast forward to whatever the time is. Yeah.
Go to 25 minutes. Go to 15 minutes in. That's where the shit story is.
That's where we change the subject. But you'll be missing some good stuff. Just saying. I don't think it was that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad. It was 4 stories, like a craptacular.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of craptaculars, yeah.
Oh no, I thought we were done with crap.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking about that. Every time I think of crap, I think of the cancer thing that they have that you can bring home. The doctor gives
little
you
box?
The box where you have to poop in a box and give it to the UPS guy.
I'm pretty sure.
I get a giggle out of that every time I see that commercial. Yeah. It's like, hey, all you have to do is ask us for a box, and we will send, and your doctor will send one to you, prescribed to you, and all you gotta do is shit in the box.
It's a little more detailed than that.
I know, but the way they make it sound, it's
yes.
like, you're shitting in the box.
Like, don't use your toilet for this one, guys.
Yeah, like,
this is it. Yeah, no, that's not it. But
it's like,
yeah.
Oh, hold on. Zip, slap that UPS sticker on there and call it a day.
I can't imagine. Yeah.
It's like, here you go, Mr. And you know that they put the name brand of the.
Well, they have to put like a warning label, like a biohazard or something on it. I think.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm just
so.
thinking like it says. I think I forgot what it's called, like colon guard or something.
Cologuard.
Yeah. So
right.
I'm just thinking. Yeah, every time that the dreaded Cologuard freaking
right.
UPS driver's going,
another one of these.
Another one of these.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's even warm. It's so warm.
I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. I don't think they want all of it. I think they only want a little bit.
Oh, yeah, but the box is
in
the video it looks like a box.
Oh,
like
I know. It looks like you could put your butt over it. I get it.
Just put your butt over and squeeze.
Yeah.
It's
I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
I can see me thinking.
I have not participated.
With prayer.
Just pretty sure that's not how it works.
Well, make sure you get all of it. Hey, Mr. Postman, what is your name? I got some shit for you in here to say.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. So anyway.
I'm betting the labeled box comes to you to notify the people handling it. That's the clean box. And then the box you send out just is standard brown. I'm betting there's nothing on it but a return address for some biochemical whatever company or lab.
Or it has a name on the side.
Yep.
Double boxed for your pleasure.
Yeah, exactly. Almost like a condom.
Ooh, all right. Okay, so I think I'm done with the shit stories for now. Oh, anyway, all right. So now let's go to the let's go to talking. Now that we totally disgusted you, let's talk about
We have
food.
like hashed and rehashed it.
Now we
Yeah,
talked
the
about
food was good.
Now we talk about all the shit. The food was good.
Right?
Oh.
It is not rental food.
Oh, so anyway, so we were watching some YouTube videos, and Bubba the Love Sponge had done some chicken reviews,
Chicken sandwich.
chicken sandwich reviews,
Yes.
and yeah, I think the show's called like this other guy does pizza where he does one bite pizza reviews.
Yeah.
And
No, Bubba's is not one bite, half the sandwich because I'm a fat ass.
Exactly.
I'm right there with him, only
Yep.
I'd eat the whole sandwich, let's be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Well, it's so funny because he talks about these, and then like 3 or 4 videos in, like he just assumes that nobody knows this. He's like, after the camera goes off, I go ahead and eat the rest of the sandwich.
I would certainly hope so.
Okay.
But the review does have a great name.
Yeah, it's like,
Not one bite, half
it's
the
a sandwich,
sandwich. Because I'm a fat ass.
So anyway, so we're watching this chicken review, and some of them have been good, some haven't been not so good.
Some of them have been funny.
I almost one of them was for Burger King, and they have the cha-ching.
Cha-king.
Yeah,
You can't even say it, but yeah.
cha-ching.
Yep.
Makes cha-ching. But anyway, so the the lady threatens to call the police on him because she's.
Oh, was that Burger King or
No,
McDonald's?
it's Burger King.
Whoops.
Yeah, so she she doesn't say I'm going to call the police. She goes,
I call you the police.
I call you the police. So, anyway.
If we took that in our language, hers clearly first was not English.
Right.
I call you the police, as in like I'm calling you the cops.
Yeah, like
I'm like you're the cops
you're the
because
cops. You're
of
the
what you're
cops.
wearing or how you
call you the
represent
police.
yourself. Yeah.
I call you the police.
I call you the police, so it makes it even funnier.
But anyway, so back to my little ADD thing. Squirrel.
Squirrel?
Yep.
Yeah.
So my ADD caught me off guard. So Bubba does this one on this place called the Aussie Grill. Now I don't know if who's watching this, if they have an Aussie Grill. Now we don't have one in Bradenton, Sarasota.
Yeah, we had to drive about an hour
We had
to
to
get
drive
to
like
one.
an hour because I think the closest one was like Brandon.
The closest one to us in any one direction was an hour or more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just depending on where you wanted to go.
Exactly.
It was going to be an hour.
Yes.
Whether it's traffic an hour or a
Yep,
highway on the
which
an
yeah,
hour.
which highway you wanted to take.
Yep. So
Yes.
so I didn't want to protrude on his deal. So we decided we were just going to go,
You want some cat piss to wake you up?
That's
That's what it smells like.
It's not cat piss.
It's what it smells like to me. It literally made my eyes water.
Well, then you didn't get enough. Here.
No, I don't need any more.
Yeah,
I'm awake
go ahead.
now.
It's all
No,
up
you
for
need it.
Oh, you giving it to me?
You're the one that
Oh.
yawned.
Oh,
I'm not yawning.
You said you were tired earlier.
Oh, I'm tired. It's late, but hey. Yeah, Yeah.
Oh,
And that is
Woo!
Somebody needs to make some better smelling
Well,
thoughts.
better smelling alcohol, ammonia, whatever the hell that is.
I mean, certainly there's got to be another chemical reaction that would elicit a similar response.
Yeah, something.
One would hope.
Well, they do have.
We just haven't found it yet.
Flavored smelling salts now. That same
Oh,
company
is that like
had like cherry and
like cherry juice poured in your cat piss? Is that what are we talking about?
Like cherry pea.
Great.
Woo. Anyway, so anyway, back
To the restaurant.
back to the restaurant.
It was really good.
So we went to Brandon to go to the Aussie Grill. Now it was a really interesting experience. See, he does all the things to the drive-through, but we went in and we decided. I was like, his review of this chicken sandwich was so good.
Yeah, and it was huge.
And it was ginormous that I was like, I gotta try this.
Yeah.
So we get in there, and the first thing I'm thinking is that, like, all the way down there, chicken sandwich, chicken sandwich, chicken sandwich,
Yeah,
chicken sandwich.
exactly. And should I get the regular or the
Yeah,
hot one?
yeah,
The
no,
regular or the hot one?
I like the fat guy sitting there with the, like, I don't know, this will probably age me, but
like the kids at camp with the silverware on the table?
Those like like when the skipper off of Gilligan's Island, and kids that don't know, look up Skipper off of Gilligan's Island.
Yep.
He would sit there, and when he'd get all excited, he'd sit there and he'd get his fingers going like this. He's like,
Yeah.
And I'm like, all the way there, I'm like, oh, I want a chicken sandwich. I want a chicken sandwich. So we get there, and I'm like, I'm going to try the sriracha one.
Yeah.
The guy on his reviews like, you got to try the sriracha one next time. And he goes, well, give me some sauce. He's like, oh, the sauce is good. And like, okay. I just want the whole thing, big sriracha, whatever. So we get in there, and they have all this good food. And it just kind of...
And then the lady's like, oh, it's not on our menu yet, but we have...
special shit.
Yeah.
Like, and
what did they have?
And who does...
My favorite item of all.
But who doesn't like special shit?
Oh, yeah. You feel special just ordering it at that point.
It's almost like the menu's up here and like your ADD...
But here's your menu because you're special.
Exactly. And my ADD's up here, and it says, but you're special. And you go,
Yep.
Ooh,
and it's a little 8.5 by 11
with 4 items on it. And
yes.
Like, ooh, I got my own shit.
Yes.
I'm like, that's the way to go.
Yes.
My own shit.
Yes.
So they had what was it, brisket?
Yeah, there was a brisket sandwich that was kind of like what do you call that? Like a hoagie roll?
Yeah.
It was a good hoagie roll, not just like a crappy one. And then they had the brisket cheeseburger.
Yeah, the cheeseburger.
And I'm sorry, my mind draws a blank when it comes to the other two.
That's why it's like, so you guys know.
Allegedly, they're coming to the menu next week. So if you're a fan of Aussie Grill and you have one
like
near
brisket, you got okay. So we are like the connoisseurs of brisket. We should just do brisket reviews.
I mean, I eat a lot of brisket.
Because I'll eat
it is
brisket
my favorite.
all damn day.
Yeah.
Like he likes chicken. I'll do brisket. That stays out of his lane. Because
my favorite is all days.
Yeah. Well, I've been to like all these different places, and like all days isn't really a restaurant. They literally have trailers.
No, it's food trucks. Yeah.
But it's not even a food truck. I wouldn't even call it a food truck.
Yeah,
there's no huge trailer.
Yes, you're exactly right.
And inside has all this like slow roasted brisket that they've cooked in like their own like smokehouse somewhere else and brought in there.
And it's wonderful.
And it's one of those places.
Yes.
If you haven't been there, you have to look up All Days.
Yep.
Because if you don't get to All Days on this one road on State Road 64 by 6 o'clock, they're gone. You're not.
They've sold out. It's that good.
And they only open at like 11. So,
exactly.
So you got 6 hours to get something, or you're not getting it.
Yep.
And like, because I remember one time I got there at 5:30, and they're like, "Oh, well, we have half a chicken and some ham, but we're out of brisket."
Yep.
I'm like,
yeah.
Well, why would I come here for anything else?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't come for Plan B. I came for Plan A.
I wanted Plan A. So
yeah.
So and then they have one down in Sarasota as well, and it's just as good. They cook it in another place and then bring it into that truck.
Yeah.
But it's just amazing.
It is.
And I've been to millions of different places. It seems like, I mean, we've gone to every place that serves brisket.
I haven't met a barbecue I didn't like.
Yeah, so we've tried a ton of different places, and I've even gone to Gainesville and ate brisket there, and it was horrible.
See, that ain't right.
Yeah, it was like specialized, and this was supposed to be their specialty, and you could tell like this is like a kids town because all the people that work there are
Millennials.
well, they're people in college.
Okay.
So they just have, like, going to Gainesville is, it's like you get a bunch of farmers that are kind of slow, and then you get all these kids that are from every shape
Every
of
walk of
life.
life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every walk of life. And they all just they love their work, but they love to party too. Because
Oh yeah.
I've been there when they've done this where they've got this square over there that's right across from a hotel that I stay at, and during the week it looks like nothing. It's just like a big grassy knoll, and they call was it Bo Diddley Square, I believe it's called,
Okay.
and and it has these little huts outside on the edges of the place. Like there's a coffee shop on one corner, and there's a live band like area behind the coffee shop, and then the ground dips,
Hmm.
and you can and they sit there and they listen to whoever's
Whoever's
playing
playing.
on the stage. But they have all these little places, and there's this awesome restaurant. It's like the restaurants, but everything's outdoors. So
Okay.
the hut is the restaurant cooking area, and then they come out and they take your order outside and bring it to you outside. Like you
Hmm.
pay for it outside. There's no inside the building.
No. Yeah. Hmm.
But these guys party so hard. I was there on a Saturday by accident, like a Friday night,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, and it was just, I never seen so many people. I mean, you could just walk you don't have to buy any drugs because you could just walk through the grassy
Get a
knoll,
contact
and the
high.
contact high from whatever the hell they're on will take you
Well,
back. You can walk
in,
across the knoll and come back, and then you
invade
can
your
go right to
senses.
bed
Yeah.
because you're ready to go, because you are out. You're going to be out like a light. And so anyway, so every place up there, all the kids are working there,
This
and
thing's still
so
open or something.
so they're like, oh well, it's like, oh, you want this, okay, and they walk away, and it's like there's no service, there's no anything about
Right.
it. It's like,
Nobody really cares.
yeah, it's like I just am
Yeah.
working to get paid
Yeah,
so I
it's
can go
the
back
I'm
to
working
school.
here because I have to, not because I want to.
So anyway, so their brisket's horrible.
Mm.
And it was like that's just renowned for our smoked meats, and I'm like, well, I hope you have other kind of meats you're smoking. And
Did
maybe,
they sell jerky?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see.
Maybe
jerky
that
on the
was the
menu.
renowned
No,
smoked
it
meat
was
was
like
jerky.
brisket and chicken and
Oh.
sausage and all this.
So they
other
just
shit.
haven't perfected that smoking thing yet.
Yeah, pretty much. And so, unless maybe their smoked meats is the guys are in the back cooking the meat
Right.
while they're smoking
While
the weed.
there's yes.
So it's like
That's
Cheech and
possible.
Chong, and you never know. It's like a
Right.
hot box. You know?
Yeah.
I could believe that with what I see, especially on Friday nights at the Bo Diddley
It could happen.
arenas there. But
Yeah.
anyway, so back to the brisket. So when we went to this place, I was not expecting what I got. So I got the brisket burger, and you had the brisket like
Sandwich.
It was like
Yes.
a sub basically.
Right.
And it was interesting because they didn't tell us what it was like you're gambling because they didn't really tell you what was on it. They just showed you pictures.
Yep.
And the pictures and you're like, oh, I'm
that
special.
looks good. Yeah.
I guess I'll have one.
Yeah.
I don't know what's on it. I might be allergic to everything on the damn thing, but I will take
Yeah.
one. What the hell?
Pretty sure I'm not, but yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
I'm special.
Yes.
And
Hey,
at
I like feeling that way every now and again.
and at that point, you bypass the special that I'm special because I'm
Yeah.
for this
And that
to
plan you
to-
had flies out the
yeah,
window.
to the yellow, the short bus
Exactly.
special,
Yes.
or what they call the R word, because you're not allowed to say the full word anymore.
Whatever.
So anyway, so all the people that have they're not allowed to use forks and knives is what
So,
I'm told, and they
yeah.
have helmets.
Yeah. So
But-
you felt important because these 4 special items were pointed out to
Exactly.
us.
So
Yeah.
so we got the items, and we took them back. Now I will say the burger was amazing. I have no freaking clue what was on it. I wish I did, but I have no clue.
Meat, brisket, cheese. There
Yeah.
was bread involved.
There
Yeah.
was something involved. I
Yeah.
don't know what it was, but there was
Right.
something. It was something involved. So long and short of it is that basically I start eating it and it's like my mouth is on fire. I was like, it's a little warm. So I'm eating it a little bit. I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. But I'll try a couple more bites. Nom, 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 nom. He's like, oh, it's a little warm. Well, I'll just eat it faster, and that way it'll go down and get rid of the fire. So we got the Aussie cheese fries because what we didn't say was this Aussie grill is, if you haven't figured out by now, is an Outback
Like an Outback kind of spin-off restaurant.
yeah, it's like an Outback fast food restaurant.
Yes.
And I will tell you it was there was not it wasn't
I'll
really,
go back.
it wasn't really special though. It was just like it was clean.
Yep.
It was open aired. It was bright
Yep.
in there.
Yep.
Had some shit on the walls, but it wasn't.
You could fit at the tables.
Yeah, but you didn't have to. I mean, if they repainted one or two walls, they could have had any restaurant in there. Quite honestly, could be
that's
Mr.
true.
Beast Burger for all we care.
Yeah.
But the building was like really utilitarian, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I like the foot poles on the bottom of the door.
yeah,
That was neat. Even though I tried to lift it with my
you
toe rather
mean
than the
the
bottom of my foot, but I
underfoot
figured it
poles?
out. Yeah.
under over your foot poles.
It's all good. I've seen them both ways.
So as we're walking in, I'm looking over and Kim's got her foot and she's sticking it under this piece of metal. She's trying to pull, and it's opening a little bit, shutting open a little bit, shut.
Yeah, you get frustrated and just grab the handle. Totally blew that foot thing out of the water.
It's okay. I've got this. I'll grab the door handle. It's right there. She goes, it's a foot pole. And I'm looking, I'm like, well, it obviously doesn't work very well.
Yeah, because I did it wrong the
But
first
I'll tell you
time.
what does work well, the fucking handle is sitting right there. That's the best thing in the world. Just grab a hold and pull. It's like, yeah, it's not a push. It didn't say push, it said pull.
Hey, there was a foot pole in the bathroom too.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, that one worked.
Yeah.
I tried.
After that escapade, we're not going to go into all of that again.
After we figured out that that you were sticking your foot
under it instead of over it.
It made it so much easier to use when you actually stuck your foot on it
on
and
top of
pulled back. It was
yes.
like, wow, it
amazing.
Now.
The door opens
it didn't
now.
shut back on me already.
Right?
I didn't have to touch the handle.
Holy smokes.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the place is kind of utilitarian. And I tell you, they have the best marketing gimmick in the world. And that is a TV that sits right in the corner while you're eating. And now before, like, you ordered your food and they got like the best way to deliver food to you. Like, you don't have to wait for it. You don't have to go back after it. They give you this little pod like you would get when you're waiting
when you're waiting for your table to be ready.
Yeah, when you're waiting, it lights up, except for they have this little marker on the table and it says, put your pod here. And so when your food is ready, the pod lights up, and then the people know exactly where to take the food to that proper pod.
Yep.
That's pretty ingenious. I thought.
Yeah, that's awesome. They don't have to walk around and yell a common name and have five guys all raise their hand at the same time.
Oh yeah, like when I was in Gainesville, it's so funny because the people in front of me had ordered all this really good food at that little bitty hut, and I just ordered a burrito, and I was like, man, I should order some of that shit they ordered. I bet you mine's gonna be small. I don't know if I'm really gonna like this or not. And then they're like, and it's like, and then so what they didn't tell you is that even though you ordered first, you might be third in line to get your food because maybe your food takes longer to cook or whatever they got.
Yeah,
might
like
be
that
vegan.
guy ordered nachos and they're gonna pull those out, slap some cheese on them, and throw them at him.
Or like the vegan stuff, it was like they throw it on the grill, brown, stick it. It's warm.
So that might be quicker.
Stick it in the bowl.
Yeah.
And so that's quicker, and I didn't know that. So this other guy, it's like, and then of course my name is Sam, so it's like Stan.
Did you try to get Stan's food?
So I'm like, oh no. I says, are you Stan? Oh, I'm sorry, Stan. No, Stan. Okay. I'm like, wait a second. What's Stan have? She goes, no, you can't try that. Somebody did that last week.
Oh. Jeez.
Now,
Maybe my name is Stan. What did I order?
and all of a sudden, like,
Maybe I don't want to wait
like,
anymore.
The funny part is this lady knew exactly where that was going. It's like if I would have said, "Yeah, Stan," and
Yeah,
she
that's
gave
me.
the food and I
Yeah.
walked away. But
Yeah.
no, because I questioned Stan.
Yes.
I would,
Yeah.
even if I was Stan, I wasn't
Yeah.
getting that food
You weren't.
anymore.
It was out of luck now.
I'm
Yeah.
done. I might as well just reorder now because Stan is not getting his
Stan
food.
is
It's
done.
gonna be behind the
Yes.
counter because they're not
Yes.
gonna believe I'm Stan.
Yes, exactly.
I was like, I promise you, I'm Stan. Here's my driver's license.
Right?
But anyway, so but so the little light up thing's kind of nice. And when we started eating that food, it was so warm, and it was like they
Yeah.
they had put
It didn't have like a microwave consistency
Yeah.
to it.
and
It was like fresh.
exactly. It was all everything was fresh, but it was just funny because so the stuff is hot on the bun.
Yep.
And then they decided to put jalapenos sliced up
Yeah.
underneath this hot item, so
hidden
that
in the
that just
delicious
excites
meat.
that heat again.
Yeah.
So it's like now anybody knows how to cook. If you're going to put the flavor of jalapenos or make them mild so everybody can eat them,
Yeah, you have to counter it with
well,
something.
no, the first thing you do is you take the seeds out.
Well, yeah, and that's important.
I mean, that's the number one thing. Almost
Mhm.
everybody in the world knows take the seeds out. And
Well, except for the people cooking today.
except for the people cooking today. Now the food was great, but boy, I got one of them was no seeds. It was like, this is good. Yum, yum, yum. I'm ready to eat the next bite. The second bite, it was like every seed that was in
That pepper
was under
on that sandwich.
on that sandwich
Yeah.
in that one spot.
Yep.
And woo, baby, that was warm.
Yep.
And I tell you, I kept eating and eating. I ate it all, and then I'm like trying to go eat the fries, and every hot fry went in my mouth. It was like, you swear you took a hot poker and just stuck it on my tongue. It's like,
Yeah.
here you go.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
So, but it was, but other than that, it was really good.
It was good.
Yeah, yours had the jalapenos
Mine
too.
had on it. Yeah, I ended up eating some because I have a motto: trust the chef.
Until your mouth is on fire.
Until I was on fire, and then I was like, "Fuck the chef."
Yeah, fuck the chef can have these back. I will throw these, and then it goes from fuck
And
the
they
chef
were
to,
hidden in there.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you're gonna find 6 jalapeno slices. Oh no, they were strategically hidden in
Yeah,
the
exactly.
sandwich. So yeah, and they were very thinly. I mean, I got to give them credit. They're like yours. Mine had a lot of seeds in a couple of sections, but then the others were, and everything was very thinly sliced. Like that was great. But yeah, remove the seeds to kill some of that heat, and maybe ask somebody, hey, are you okay with jalapenos? But I mean, it was a good sandwich either way.
Now, you know what? We should have known better, and I'll tell you why. Now that I look back on it, the lady's like, "You sure you don't want ice cream? You sure you don't want ice cream?
Yeah.
You sure you don't want a milkshake?" And I'm like,
See?
"Yeah, what do I need a milkshake for?"
Yeah.
Of course, by the
Because
time,
we're going to overheat your food with jalapenos and you're going to need it.
yeah, and
But
then,
there's going to be a line.
yeah. Then they said, then after you eat it and you're on fire, you got. It's like you can't have the milkshake now. It's like, no, you didn't take the milkshake to start with. You can't have it now because now we're closing.
Or there's a line formed and you're going to have to wait, and you don't want to wait.
But anyway, so the Aussie grill get out of all the places. Now the brisket part, you never give a 10, but I would definitely give it at least a 9 on the brisket side.
The brisket was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a 9 because Aldi's is my favorite.
Well, of course, but I'm saying,
But I mean, it
food,
did rank really high for fast food and brisket. Yeah, I can't assign it a number.
Adding all the experience with it, it's got to be close to a 9. I think.
Yeah.
You just didn't like being on fire. I get it.
No, I'm not holding that against them. I could have read the little paper and read the jalapenos and said, hey, slide those back a few, but that's okay.
Take those down about 3 or 4.
Right, yeah.
Just eat them a little bit.
I'm like you. I like to feel important from time to time.
Yeah, but at the same time, There's only one thing that bothered me the whole time we were there.
Uh-oh.
The music.
The music was interesting.
The music was interesting.
I was waiting for the Rainbow Parade to walk through.
Now,
and I'm not saying nothing about anybody. Good for you, whatever your beliefs are.
Well, we have a daughter that she's gay. Okay, so she's been that way for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And I accept any of that, and there's nothing negative about that. I mean, nothing at all.
I got no issues at all.
No issues. I mean, I've taken her to the pride parades and the events and whatever, no problems.
Yep.
But when and it was kind of funny because that's how I knew what I was listening to, because you're sitting there and the guy cranks the stuff up just out of the blue. It was like, as soon as 9 o'clock came, he's got the thing. He just starts jamming, and it was like if somebody just started playing YMCA at the top of the at the top of the volume.
Yeah, it wasn't YMCA,
but
yes,
it up and rip the knob off.
Right.
But the YMCA song would have been milder than the ones that were there.
Yes.
I mean, they were like...
Those were like out and proud kind of songs.
That was like... what do they call that? It's not a it's like a
statement song.
Yeah, like a statement song / like the songs from the old 80s, like "We're not gonna take it."
Yeah.
It's like...
Only it was
like, we like boys naked.
Yeah.
We like boys naked.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're throwing the women to the side. It was like...
It was interesting music,
and it was
for sure.
very close to that. And I'm like sitting there going, wow, that's interesting. And then you're like... I'm like, listen to the words. Listen to the words.
I was eating jalapenos. I was not listening to the words.
Your face was beat. I'm going, what are you talking about? I'm like, this is your ears. I was like, you can't tell me you can't hear that, even though your mouth is on fire. But yeah, that was the only thing. And I didn't care that the music was on. It was like out of the blue. It's like, it's so loud in here. It's like,
it did get loud
because the room is big. Open, roomy, like I said before, but that's what causes it to be, kind of, ugh.
Yeah,
it's like
that sound traveled.
Yeah,
definitely.
So, but anyway, so it was a good thing.
But yeah, good experience all around.
Good experience. So, but yeah, so that was what we wanted to talk about, was food, poop, in the final frontier.
Yeah.
So, well, we got through all the marks for the night, I think. Well, I think that'll we've been on I don't know how long we've been out. We don't have a timer on this one.
That ain't good.
Doesn't tell us where we're at. Yep. But all I gotta say to everybody, thank you. If you made it this far, thank God.
Yeah.
If you even made it through
Thanks for listening.
And if you didn't, if you made it through just the poop area, I'm happy
for watching.
you. And if you didn't if you got to here, well, you're just you're just awesome.
You made
it. That's all
it.
I'm gonna say.
Yep.
So please like and subscribe. Ring that little bell, and I'll tell you if we next time we have a live cast. If you want to hear us again, and please, if you subscribe, please comment in the chat. Or comment into the comments when we put this live, the recording back out, because I got to prove to everybody else that it's not just our family that are subscribed to it.
Right, yeah. So we'll do like a call out to you, as long as you don't have one of those weird porno-esque names or something that we can't say. Like
boobs for hire at 800.com.
That one would almost be okay. I've seen some pretty raunchy ones.
Yeah, there's some pretty bad ones out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so... Yeah. Please like, subscribe, tell us who you are so we can say, hey, here's one of our new subscribers. Woohoo!
Yep. And if you're going to be hateful, just keep it to yourself.
Yeah. We'll just clear it out later if not. So it's fine. I don't read the comments too much, but if your name's out there, I'll make sure to say something.
That sounds good.
All right. So until next time, peace.